Come, let us grow in the grace and knowledge of Him who saves us by His blood. Let us put down roots to deep water. Let us drink from the fountain of life. And we shall be like trees planted by the waters, planted by rivers wide and deep. Trees green and fruitful, bearing fruit of love in the vineyard of the King. Come, let us grow in the grace and knowledge of God's Spirit by which we're sealed, studying the riches of His word. Let us eat of the bread that He gives, and we shall be like trees planted by the waters, planted by rivers wide and deep. Trees green and fruitful, bearing fruit of love in the vineyard of the King. Come, let us grow in the grace and knowledge of He who calls us by His Son. Let us gather now at His table. Let us feast on the richest of food. And we shall be like trees planted by the waters, planted by rivers wide and deep. Trees green and fruitful, bearing fruit of love in the vineyard of the King.
Good morning, good morning. How's everybody doing this morning? Give people just a moment to get in here. Good morning, Marine. Good morning. Doing pretty good. How are you doing, sister? He took the day off, huh? Well, that's sometimes good. Oh, I see. Yeah, I've heard that there's a big storm coming my way. Let's see. Hello, Reba. good to see you. Hello, little Lulu. Looks like we're not gonna get much. Get this, y'all. We start the week. 37 snow. Then by Thursday, we're at 50. Well, since there's only two of you this morning, do y'all got something you want to talk about? Maybe have a shorter devo. Wait for more regulars, or you want to go into lesson 340? Anybody get it off the cuff for me? It will feel good. Feel nice. I think if there's a day where I can go fishing outside on TikTok, it would be Thursday or Friday. Ooh, how elders are chosen in their qualifications. They could do that. Well, I'll start with Acts 14. Besides, I gotta get cleaning today anyways. You can't hear? And sorry, I was on a mission to get get, get the thing changed. Hey, Super Spawn. In Acts 14, verse 23, we read this. This is when Paul and Barnabas are going through, Paul and Barnabas are going through strengthening the churches, where they had already been. And when they had appointed elders for them in every church, having prayed and with fasting, they commended them to the Lord in whom they believed. So there are a certain appointment that goes on. Now we don't have necessarily a precedent like we do for deacons and Titus and Timothy how to appoint them. When you look at deacons in 1 Timothy 3, when you look at the appointment of deacons, chapter 3, verse 10, and these men must also first be tested, and let them serve as deacons. So, these men have to somehow be tested, be proven. A lot of congregations that looks like maybe having a period of time where they say we're looking to put in such and such as a deacon. If anybody has anything against them, scripturally wise, why they can't be a deacon, please let us know by this date, because that's when we'll put them in if there's no objection. That's one way you can do it. Another way, maybe have a questionnaire, I don't know. But I say that to say this, although there's no verse like that for the elders, I think the same is true for them. They have to be tested. The reason why I say that is you look at their qualification. In 1 Timothy 1, um, 1 Timothy 3, 1 through 7, it is a trustworthy saying, if any man aspires to the office of overseer, he desires a good work. An overseer then must be above reproach. How will you know that? You have to know the man. He's gotta be tested. Hello, Sister T. We're talking about elders. Off the cuff. He's gotta be above reproach. That means if something goes wrong, he's got to be he's gotta be the last person you would think about to. Yes, Sister T, we're doing an off the cuff on elders. He's gotta be tested and proven. To be above reproach, not blameworthy, not perfect. Everybody sins, but if something goes wrong, he's not the first guy on your list that you say, oh, it was probably him. He's the last guy. He's got a proven character that makes you go, it can't be elder so and so. It can't be none of our elders. The husband of one wife. That means he's been in a committed relationship with one woman, man. Temperate, sensible, respectable. All of these next three talk about his internal characteristics. You gotta be all those things while dealing with the sheep: patient, sensible, being willing to reason, be reasonable would be another word. Hospitable, you gotta do that when you're dealing with sheep. Well, what if the sheep need counseling and they want a more intimate setting than, say, the church's building? Oh, then he's gotta be hospitable. Not addicted to wine or pugnacious, but considerate and peaceable. This deals with the sensibilities and dealing with matters between members. He is not one to fly off the handle, free from the love of money. A lot of times the elders oversee the money. It won't be a good idea if you have an elder who's greedy and is overseeing the money. Leading his own household well, having his children in submission with all dignity. Why? But if a man does not know how to lead his own household, how will he take care of the church of God? The elder's own household is it is a breeding ground for his ability or inability to manage the household of God in verse 15. But in case I'm delayed, I write so that you will know how ought one to conduct himself in the household of God, which is the church of the living God, the pillar and ground of the truth. And so, if he can't control his own household, how is he going to shepherd the house of God, a much more greater house? Not a recent convert, so that he will not become conceited. You want a seasoned man, having a good reputation to those who are outside the church. So not only above reproach on the inside, but what do others out in the world say about him? How are they looking at it? So he will not fall into reproach and the snare of the devil. So to your question, Marine, how are elders chosen and their qualifications? I think the mechanics of how it's not laid out for us, but they're chosen based on qualifications. You gotta know that they must be tested like the deacon somehow by implication. They gotta meet certain qualifications, and then once they're in the office, we are to obey them. Look at verse um, look at Hebrews 13. Tom Twig will be teaching this summer in a few months after I'm done with Exodus. In June, the book of Hebrews. I think he's gonna put Leviticus and Hebrews together. Looking forward to that. He says, obey your leaders and submit to them, for they keep watch over your souls as those who will give an account, so that they will do this with joy, not with groaning. For this would be unprofitable for you. It's unprofitable for the members if the elders are groaning and they're tired because you are just not respecting them. That you make their job grievous. They won't be able to shepherd as well because they will be doing it begrudgingly. Obey those who have the rule over you. Hey! Huh? How do you know I just woke up? I look it. Wow. But we obey the ones that have the rule over us so that they can serve with joy, not begrudge the job. Also, First Peter 5, zombie mummy talk. First, let's see. Rain. Oh, oh, O'Shea's over there making fun of me for just waking up. Great. First Peter chapter 5. Therefore I exhort the elders among you, as your fellow elder and witness of the sufferings of Christ. Snow! And partaker also of the glory that is to be revealed. Shepherd the flock of God among you, oversee not under compulsion. Wow. Crazy. Not under compulsion, so my treatment of the elders is really going to affect if they just feel like they have to. But willingly, according to God, and not for dishonest gain, but eagerly, nor yet as lording it over those. That, that's their attitude. But being examples for flock, and when the chief shepherd appears, you will receive the unfading crown of glory. So, elders are told to shepherd willingly. What will help them? Our submission to the elders. So we are to obey them. Hebrews 13 also says, I think, esteem them highly. That was funny. Oh, Shan knows me so well. It's scary. He would just say brains on them. Brains. Well, again, I guess that was 13, 17. Obey your leaders and submit to them, for they watch over your souls as those who will give an account, so that they will do this with joy and not with groaning, and this will be unprofitable for you. So again, we need to obey them. And so that's the work and our response. Yes, some elders do think it being elders, but guess what my job is still, Sister T? I gotta go. Well, I gotta go. Sorry. I'll say if you wanna pick this up, you can. I gotta go. Wow. Okay. I gotta go. Love you all. Bye-bye.